Let's look at a computer network classification based on distance. So we start with a LAN, a local area network. A LAN is a computer network that interconnects computers with a limited area, such as, for example, a residence, a school, a laboratory, and an office building. All the components of a LAN are locally managed. The two most common transmission technologies for LANs are Ethernet over unshielded twisted pair fiber for desktop access and Wi-Fi for wireless access. So simpler LANs generally consist of one or more LAN switches that are connected to computer hosts. And then the LAN can be connected to a router, a cable modem, or an ADSL modem to have internet access. So LANs can maintain connections with other LANs via leased lines or leased services, or using the internet with some virtual private network technology, for example. A LAN, a local area network, as opposed to a wide area network, a WAN. A WAN is a telecommunications network, a computer network that extends over a larger geographical distance. So wide area networks are often established with leased telecommunications circuits. If a WAN is confined to, for example, for a city or a part of it, it's also called sometimes a MAN, a metropolitan area network. And business, education, and government entities actually use WANs, wide area networks, to connect to different branches spread across different geographical locations. So some network providers offer services that consist of a connection to a WAN, but it's bundled with additional services, for example, for a specific business application that you could need. And this is then called a VAN, a value-added network. So we have seen the concept of virtual private network, and this is actually a mechanism that you can use to extend a private network across a public insecure network, such as, for example, the internet. So a virtual private network, a VPN, it enables users to send and receive data across a shared or public network as if their computer devices were actually directly connected to the private network. And this way they have all the functionality, security, and management policies that the private network offers. So a VPN is created by establishing a virtual point-to-point connection between the computer or a remote network and the private network. And this is being done by something called virtual tunneling protocols. And these protocols encrypt the content of the communication. So from a user perspective, the extended networking resources are accessed in the same way as the resource would be available when they would be into the private network. So this allows employees to securely access corporate internet while traveling outside of the office. And similarly, VPNs, virtual private networks, they securely connect geographically separated branches of an organization through the central network using cheap communication resources as the internet. So these virtual private network technologies are also used by individual internet users to make sure that they secure their wireless transactions, or to circumvent geographical restrictions and censorship, for example, and to connect to proxy servers for the purpose of protecting personal identity and location. So you can find a lot of cheap VPN services offered on the internet for this purpose. And in modern operating systems such as Windows and Mac nowadays, it's very easy to create remote access to a virtual private network using the network control panel. So that's a basic computer network classification based on the distance that the network is in.